So guys, you're an introvert, you hate interacting with the general public, you prefer to do everything through a screen. Well, do I have the shop for you? Żabka Nano. It's a staffless store powered by AI, and no, it's not just a bunch of guys on a computer watching you through the cameras, making sure what you pick up. That's not the case. Someone said that in the comments, it's actually not true. It is actually powered by artificial intelligence. Żabka said so it must be true. I've decided to do this video at the busiest time I could. I thought it would be quiet on a Sunday, but for whatever reason, it's very hustle and bustle here in Poznań Główny. I'm basically in an underpass between the platforms here in Poznań Główny. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop in and we'll get a couple of things. This one I believe has a coffee machine, so we'll pick up a coffee. And yeah, there's going to be other people in, so that'll be fun. I can annoy everyone by being that obnoxious vlogger that everybody hates. So what you need to get in there, guys, is either the Żabka app, which doesn't work for me and my card, or you just need your regular debit card, or credit card, I guess. So you go over here, we'll select English, make sure, yeah, no one comes in after you, payment card, you just tap your card, they'll check that for us, and then the door should unlock. Yep, just make sure no one follows you, because if anyone does, you'll be billed for it. Right, so this place has a bit of everything. It's actually very convenient because this being in a train station, if you've got a train at 3 AM or very late, very early, and the other shops are shut, this place will be open, so you can get a drink, you can get a snack. And of course there's vending machines here, but this is basically one giant vending machine. And you can see above, there's cameras everywhere watching everything you do. So, oh, we got a guy restocking. It's not staffless today. Right, let's get a drink. I'm thirsty. I do want a coffee, actually. And maybe a chocolate bar. Let's get one of them. There's also your pops and your Pepsis and things and waters. And ice creams. There's everything. Even kefir, which you'd think would be in the fridge. You've even got like a little baked section here, so we've got some breads, bits and bobs, a soul donut, and muffins and bits and bobs, and chocolates. This is actually a really good chocolate, guys. If you ever come to Poland, if you like hazelnuts, this is a really good chocolate. But we're just gonna get the Snickers today. And that's pretty much it. We'll get a coffee and then we'll depart. But yeah, you've got sandwiches, and the thing is, you don't scan anything, so it's not like some stores you go in, you scan something and go. You just pick up what you want, you can put it straight in your pocket, it knows, and you can just walk straight out and it'll just bill you accordingly. It's pretty fantastic. You're always being watched. Right guys, let's get our coffee. So we'll just get a smaller one today, not in the mood for a giant coffee. Pop that on here, we'll just go for coffee with some milk, a mawa, and start. Right. Right, that's our coffee done. And I will say one of the things I do like actually about Żabka is, I've said it once, I'll say it again, is they have not just normal sugar, they have cinnamon sugar, which really takes the coffee to the next level. There's a little bin down here, and they've even got a microwave in this one, so you'll see over here, there'll be some like microwave meals maybe, or different bits and bobs, and you can just nuke it here, so you're like ready to go. So if you just wanted to get something hot, eat it on the train, you could do that. Where's the stirrers at? Oh, there they are at the back. But there's other things, there's teas as well, so if you want like an English breakfast tea, you could get that. And now a lid. Not a fan of these eco lids, they're a bit of a pain to get on properly. Prefer a good old fashioned plastic lid. Yeah, it's not sticking on. Right guys, so we've got a coffee, we've got a chocolate, and then we literally just walk straight out. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. That's it. It's really that simple, guys, and now I will get billed for that in about 15 minutes to an hour. It depends, give or take. I think it's super impressive, not just that, like, if there's one person in there and it tracks what you're doing, that is cool. But the fact there can be like multiple people in there with different accounts and it'll track everybody simultaneously and give everyone the right charge at the end of the day is pretty cool. Now you can go in there with other people. So let's say you go in yourself, you tap in, and you've got, let's say, one of your friends that comes in with you and they pick up a few things, that'll all just be built to the same account. So it's pretty convenient in that regard. Now, the funny thing is as well with Poland, Poznan and Poznań Główny specifically is there is a Żabka Nano here, but there's also like 5 Żabkas like just in the station in the mall attached. Let's go have a look. I'll show you guys quickly. And as always, the coffee is very nice and very hot. I almost burn my mouth on it. Right, so as we've just come up from the underground passage, you'll see a 1 minute, which is kind of like a Żabka, but then you'll see literally right next to that is a Żabka. So we haven't been walking more than like 2 minutes and we've already come across another Żabka. But wait, there's more. Right, so this is the Poznan station here, Poznań Główny. And this station gets a lot of hate. Basically, a lot of people say it looks like a bread bin. It gets nicknamed that. I think it kind of does, which isn't the insult. But a lot of people basically say it's incredibly poorly designed. And like, I have a certain love for Poznan. I think it's the greatest city that ever was or will be. So I'm a little biased. But I guess they're kind of right. I mean, the way you have to come down to the platforms, it's like upper level. And these escalators always break. Yeah, not a fan of that. But we'll pop upstairs and I'll show you 2 more Żabkas, and they're literally less than like 20 meters apart, 30 meters. I'm literally not exaggerating. You won't believe how close these 2 different Żabkas are. And we've got the Jehovah's Witnesses behind me, preaching away, but they're no trouble. Got the trains going by there. I will be taking a train from Poznan actually tomorrow to Warsaw, so stick around for that, that'll be in the next video. Right guys, so we've literally just come up those escalators. We've just got into the station and I'll show you these Żabkas. Right, Żabka 1, and as we keep walking, Żabka 2. Literally, how many meters apart is that? That's nothing. Only in Poland, guys. So there's one there to my left, literally just turn, and there's another one there. And if we keep going straight, guys, you never guess what we're gonna find. That's right, another Żabka. Oh yeah, you're gonna see rogals everywhere as well because it is St. Martin's Day in like a couple of days. I will say this bakery along here always smells really nice. But anyway, so basically this station's connected to a mall. I will say this coffee actually is really hitting the spot. It's quite nice from Żabka. It's not like it's hardly artisan roasted beans, but it's a spot. And it's the first thing I've had today because I was on the sauce with the boys last night. I only went out for 1 or 2 pints, and like the good thing and bad thing, I say it's not bad, it's a good thing really about Poznan is I went out, didn't have any plans, wasn't meeting anybody, went to a pub, sat down by myself. Within, like I hadn't even finished my first drink, I had 11 people, no exaggeration, 11 people around me, and we had a good night. Anyway, so you've walked a little further along, you look down here, and what do you see? Another Żabka. Now, I believe that's all of them in this building, but this is a pretty big place, so there's probably another Żabka somewhere in here that I don't know. It's not, a lot of things aren't closed because it's like abandoned like malls in the UK. It's just it's a Sunday, so they respect that in Poland. On a Sunday, a lot of the shops do shut, except for Żabkas. So yeah, guys, right. I hope you've enjoyed our little look at the Żabka Nano and the look at all the other Żabkas around. Like when I tell people they're everywhere, people don't believe. Now, I will say Poznan station's a little bit of an exception on how popular they really are. They're not quite this prominent, but if you walk around the streets in pretty much any city, they are on literally every street. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that video, guys. A little look at the AI store here in Poland. You wouldn't necessarily expect that, but yeah, very advanced stuff. It works like a charm. Should we see if we've had our text yet, actually? We haven't had our text yet, but by the time I edit this video, I probably will. So I'll pop up on screen what you get. You get a little text message with a link, with a little receipt, and it shows your bill itemized, so you can look through everything and make sure it's correct. I've never had it go wrong yet. I've only used the Żabka Nano a handful of times. It's convenient. It's got its place. For the most part, a normal Żabka is probably quicker for certain things. Like if you're getting a hot dog, some of them have a robot in which we'll be hitting up in Warsaw. It's quicker to just go with actual Żabka and get a hot dog. But if that's shut, or you just want the novelty, it is a good laugh. It's not that expensive. It's more expensive than other shops. People love to rip on how expensive Żabka is. Poles love to hate on how expensive Żabka is, but they still go there all the time, and I don't think it's too bad. You're paying for the convenience. So anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed that video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.